It's been a while, guys. We haven't picked up the camera for quite a while now. I think we've traveled about 1,500 or more kilometers since we last made a vlog, which we ended in El Chorro. If you're new here, my name is Malin. Behind the camera is my husband Alex, and we're currently living and traveling full-time in our self-converted van in Spain, and we have just arrived in Galicia.
Before we give you some kind of context as to why we haven't made a video for a couple of weeks, or why we haven't made a video for the last 1,500 plus kilometers, let's take a look of some of these incredible views where we're parked up.
Where is Galicia, Alex?
Galicia is located on the northwest coast of Spain, so you have Portugal running up and it kind of cuts across, and then you have Spain right above that and it sticks out, and you actually have the northernmost point of the Spanish peninsula here in Galicia, so hopefully we'll get to that at some point too. Impressive area by the looks of it.
If you have been following us for the last couple of months around Spain, you know that we were in the south of Spain when we last made a vlog for you guys, so obviously we have moved quite a long way to get here to the northwest of Spain, and for a very, very good reason. Oh wow, look at that bird poop.
Yeah, last park up we were under some trees, and yeah, the van needs a good clean. I mean, it's not only there, it's also a nice big one here around the other side on the roof.
It's been a while since we gave VANDEE a wash, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks because it's in the south. There was a lot of Saharan dust, if you like, and it just covers it, and yeah, it gets so mucky. And then we drove and we got bugs splattered all over the windscreen. It needs some TLC, don't you, babes? Hey?
Okay, I think we're gonna move on. We've only slept at this spot for one night and we had a magnificent sunset. We're gonna change spots because it's a long walk to any of the beaches because we're higher up. When we arrived yesterday, it was so full on all the beaches. It was crazy because it's the weekend and it's July.
Yeah, and July means people have holidays and the beaches are just jam-packed. It doesn't matter which one you go to. So
and next month it will be even worse because that's the industrial holidays. Anyways, we're gonna drive a little bit south actually, down this northwestern tip of Spain, just maybe 30 kilometers or so. Maybe go wash VANDEE.
Yeah, she's pretty mucky. She needs a good old scrub.
And then we will see you at the park up if we find one.
Yeah. Slight risk that it's going to be full, but let's hope that it will be some space for us.
Saturday. We have arrived at our new park up. We're actually seeing Portugal from where we are, although we are still in Spain. So we've driven about 30 kilometers from where we were parked up before at a place called Bayona. Okay, so it's a little village just south of Vigo, and Vigo is the biggest city, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. The biggest city in the Galician region, okay? And we've driven 30 kilometers or so south, and we're right back Portugal. The water, the sea is coming in like a lagoon here, and it looks like you could basically swim over to Portugal. We can see the cars on the other side, we can see people on the beaches on the other side. So yeah, it's really, really, really close. But why have we traveled here? Well, first I need to tell you why we left the south and went to Madrid, which was where we headed in the first place, which was 671 kilometers from where we were parked up at that point, which was in the province of Cádiz. We were parked up by the beach in a place called Conil de la Frontera, and I had an appointment in Madrid at the end of September to do my passport at the Swedish embassy, and the waiting times, the delivery times, and even the times to get an appointment are ridiculously long. So I had one at the end of September. I was counting on getting my passport maybe in November, because that's how long the delivery times are. And that was stressing me out because my passport is expiring in January. And we want to go somewhere maybe outside of Europe before that. And to go outside of Europe, I need 6 months on my passport left, which obviously you can see I wouldn't have then. So yeah, I wanted to do my passport. So I went online and I checked if maybe someone had cancelled their appointment. And voila, there was an appointment on the 7th of July. And I think it was on the 4th of July I did this. So we basically just packed up our things and started driving with 1 or 2 stops on the way, I think, to Madrid. Slept one night in Madrid. I applied for my passport and then we left. And then we had a choice. Do you want to come and tell Alex how we were thinking when we chose to come to the northwest of Spain?
Yeah, well, you guess we were in Madrid, and it's hot inland now this time of year in Spain, so I wanted to be by the coast somewhere.
And where's Madrid?
Madrid's kind of smack bang, almost in the middle of Spain, so
it's kind of heart of Spain.
Kind of like the equal distance almost to go to most places wherever you want to go. And we thought coast, not so hot. And what coast? We could have gone west to Portugal.
Right into Portugal.
We could have gone north up to Asturias. We could have gone northeast up to the Basque Country.
We could have gone east back to where we started in the Valencia region.
That didn't feel like any point doing that. So we kind of went northwest up into the Galician area. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's very beautiful here. Now we haven't seen much yet. I've been here before in a camper van. Rushed through very quickly with a friend.
I've been here before in a tiny little Mercedes with some friends. We had this little 4-seater car, and it was like a little hatchback. It was tiny, and we all squeezed in and drove down from UK and hung around up here.
This was way before Marlon and Alex times.
Yes.
Anyway, so we decided to come here, and the plan is to travel along the coast of Galicia, then Asturias as well, Cantabria.
Yeah.
Is it after Asturias? And then into
Navarra as well. Well, it was
and then into the Basque Country.
I think that's actually before all of those places.
Maybe.
Cantabria, and then the Basque Country, and then you have Navarra.
Let's have a look on the map. You guys can have a look. We might be completely wrong. But we're going to end up in Bilbao in the Basque Country, because that's where I'm going to pick up my passport. So we have a road trip in front of us of the north of Spain. However, well, let's talk about that in a little bit. About our YouTube videos and what we're going to do about them, and why we didn't film for the last few weeks the last 1,500 kilometers. Let's talk about that a little bit later. Let's do some fun stuff in between.
We have ended up in the stunning little town of Zamora. Actually, we didn't really plan to come here. We just kind of picked out on a map, and what an incredible surprise. And of course, we couldn't leave without taking some clips for you guys. The town of Zamora is just 200 kilometers away from the capital Madrid. It's mostly famous for its well-preserved old medieval quarters, as well as being one of the best examples of Romanesque architecture on the Iberian Peninsula. We've just come into the castle of Zamora. It's actually free to get into, which is pretty cool. And the girl working here, I think she's a history student, or she is a history student, and she gave us a good knowledge dump on the history of this castle. It's been fortified over time, it's been used for artillery, all sorts of things in various wars. I think it was conquested and lost 14 times during the reconquest, the Spanish reconquest of the Moorish people. So it's got a lot of history, and it's very, very well preserved and very well looked after, as you can see.
For me, at least, it's very interesting to come in here, because I've only visited Moorish castles and forts and palaces in Spain before, like La Alhambra in Granada, La Alcazaba in Malaga. But this is before that time. This is medieval, this is from Roman times, and it looks very different.
Found some wild Roman cats. Lions.
Guys, we fell in love with Zamora. If you're ever in this area of Spain, we truly recommend visiting. It's just so beautiful. You've got the River Douro running through the town. You've got stunning old watermills on the water. And of course, it's a medieval feel with the old city walls, the castle and the many churches. Yeah guys, so as you could see after Madrid, we went to the beautiful town of Zamora, and after 2 nights sleeping there, we drove to the next pretty little village. However, we ended up not visiting because after Alex finished work that morning, it was bloody hot. So all we did that morning was going for a walk, but Alex got the drone up in the air and got some beautiful shots. So at least we can show you that. Now, Alex, to the more serious things. Why haven't we picked up the camera basically, or almost not at all, for I think 2-3 weeks? Yeah. 1,500 kilometers.
Yeah, we ran out of batteries.
Yeah, yeah, we ran out of batteries. That was the big serious thing to why we haven't picked up the camera. No, but on a more serious note, we have many reasons to why we haven't done that. One being lack of motivation.
Yep. Just, I think we've got so much going on. It's just like, picking up a camera is such a big mental challenge to speak to you guys, unfortunately. And
what's actually going on then? What's so much going on? That's kind of what we need to get to.
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the yeah. We've had a lot of things going on in our personal life, in my family. Not going to talk about that here because that's personal. So that's been quite draining. Also getting used to van life. It's not the way that we normally travel. It's very different to what we expected it to be.
Yeah, there's
there are chores.
A lot of cleaning involved. A lot of cleaning, a lot of emptying disgusting toilets. Yeah.
There's just not much time actually for adventure, and Alex has been teaching a lot, which also leads us on to another problem that we have touched on before in another video.
Yeah, my Chinese classes finished on Thursday. Today's Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Anyway, what's the date today? Doesn't really matter. We're in the middle of July sometime.
Yeah.
And now for a month and a half I don't have any of those classes.
Which is our main income.
Yeah, so I do have another teaching option, Cambly, but it pays much less. But
he doesn't teach many hours, so we have a lot of time where we could potentially be filming, but because we haven't sorted our future out, I need to maybe start having an income, because unfortunately this YouTube channel is not generating more than between 5 and 10 euros a month. I'm going to be completely transparent and open about that. That's
pays for a
not
few coffees,
nagging. Right? Yeah, it pays for a few. Yeah, but as you know, like I put a lot of effort into making all these videos, to post 2 videos a week that are 20-25 minutes long, and I'm even trying to do simpler edits than I used to. But it's still time consuming, and it takes up a lot of time, and I'm currently feeling that I could be doing something with that time that maybe would actually generate money.
Yeah.
You know, and we need to figure out what we want to do. Do we want to be full-time in the van, or do we want to travel internationally? Do we want to do that part of the year? And currently we would like to do that a big part of the year, travel internationally, which we feel now is the time if we want to do it. There are not so many restrictions now. Yeah. We don't have this in our arms, so we have been more restricted than most people.
Yeah, and we don't know, what's going to happen in autumn. Whether we'll have
will we be restricted again?
Yeah, a whole bunch of more restrictions.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that on our YouTube channel because it's a very controversial subject, and we can get warnings on our channel. But we just wanted to let you know how we're feeling about our situation in the world at the moment, which is like we're scared of restrictions. Not scared, we're worried we will be restricted, and we feel now is the time for us to get on a flight and go somewhere. but we don't have the economy for it because he's not working his regular job this summer. So this was not going to be nagging, but it kind of sounds like it a little bit.
Well, it's
but
just reality, isn't it?
yeah, it's reality, and we wanted to explain to you guys why, to you who are actually following us and are watching all of our vlogs that we put up, because we feel like we owe it to you and to our patrons as well, because you are a few. And yeah, that is the reason for why we don't pick up the camera. Also, the last 2 years have been very difficult for us, me at least, emotionally. So I've had many dips in my depression. I've had my depression for years, but I've had more dips. So that also makes me less motivated to pick the camera up.
Yeah, and for myself, I just don't feel like I have time in my head to dedicate or put towards it, which is sad because we like doing it, obviously. Otherwise we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, and we also... Oh, did I interrupt you? No?
That was it. I didn't say much, just a little bit, just a few sentences.
I'm the one chatting. And also that these last 2 years have probably changed us a lot, the way that we see the world, let's say. I'm not going to get into that so much, but it obviously makes us look at social media and YouTube and everything very differently to before, and I think maybe we just need to start making sense of our reality.
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I think I go on Facebook like once a month, Instagram probably once a week.
He doesn't have time. He doesn't have time.
and I can't really watch a YouTube video maybe once a week. That's.
And we used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, but anyways, that's not really related to what I meant.
Yeah, but we just
2 years of change.
Maybe we just don't see social media as such an important part of our lives. I don't know.
Anymore, maybe. Yeah. We're not sure.
Or maybe we don't like how it is.
I love editing videos. That. We maybe don't like what it has become.
Yeah.
What social media has become. Now, we weren't going to make this very long.
But
I love editing. I love editing our videos. And obviously, if I want to edit videos, I need to have video clips.
That helps.
That helps. And not only video clips without any speaking, because that becomes quite boring. So if I want to produce videos for my sake, because I love the editing, for our memories and for you guys, I kind of need to get my motivation back, or we need to get our motivation back for this. But it might take a while because we have so much to sort out and figure out.
Drop your motivational comments right here below.
Yes, please drop them below. Motivate us,
your
encourage us. And also another thing, now this is gonna be long and I didn't want it to be long. We have, if you followed us from the beginning when we were hitchhiking across Asia and into Europe, and also the other hitchhiking journeys that we've done, we have always tried to be authentic. We've always talked about what we're feeling, what we're thinking. Sometimes we've obviously offended people, but we feel like there's so much fakeness out there that we've always been real. But with the world looking like it does, and when you're no longer allowed to speak freely if you have more controversial opinions, and you won't get monetized on your social media or your YouTube, or you will have your things taken down, or you get warnings, you upset people, it's not so much fun anymore. Because if you can't be authentic, for me, creativity comes from being authentic, or they go hand in hand with each other. I don't like faking it, just to say that.
Fake it till you
And
make it.
not that I want to talk about the world situation in our YouTube videos, but when you can't even say anything about it, if it goes against
The policies
Yeah.
of certain media.
Now we're getting into that. I couldn't stay away from it. But guys, anyways, this is why we haven't picked up the camera, and we don't know when the next video will be. We have started another vlog, but it might take us a month to make that vlog, because this is how it's been with this one, I think, or a few weeks at least. So yeah, that's the situation. Let's love you and leave you right here, and we will see when we see you guys next time, or when you see us next time.
I prefer to say leave you and lump you, personally.
But please go ahead and follow us on Instagram if you're not following us there, because I do update there every now and then, because it's just a little bit easier, and I make short videos on our Facebook page and on Instagram as well from our old journeys, just to, you know, like keep our accounts going. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you happen to be new here, I don't think you're new here if you made it to this part of the video, but if you are, if you want to listen to this, if you're not already following us, if you happen to be new here, thanks for making it to the end of this really weird video. Thanks for making it to this part of the video, and thanks for listening. And please subscribe to our channel, because there might be things coming up. We just don't know. We did a video like this some years ago, where we didn't know what we were doing with our video.
Just keep watching, you're gonna love it.
Anyway, subscribe to our channel, or share it with a friend, or leave a little comment below if you made it till the end. You are
superstar,
a superstar, a hero. Kudos to you for making it to this part of the video, because it's been a weird one. Are we ending it?
No. Yes, let's do that.
Let's do that. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you somewhere else in Spain. Maybe Galicia, where we are now, maybe somewhere else. Or maybe we'll have some more interesting update in a few weeks from now. Who knows?
I know, in one week from now we will be millionaires, so we'll be back on it.
That will be interesting. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye!